Well, here's all my extra Zombicide stuff. So the Zombicide tower, and I've just found some random dice that I had kicking around in my dice box. So in they go, and they look like a nice set of dice. So basically, to store these dice, obviously I can chuck them in the main box, but for now I just sort of chuck them in and have a nice loud rattly box, so just chucked in there, ready to go. Right, so the other bits, obviously the NPC Notorious Played characters, so let's get those out. Obviously you've got all your foreign language cards, so what I've actually done is sleeve them and chuck them in underneath. You get a load of white bases and a little simple set of rules. I'd rather the rules were a bit more fancy than what they actually are, to be honest. A little bit disappointed with the rules for these characters, so oh dear, the sellotape monster returns. Right, so once you get into the box, you've got this rather fancy looking lady here who obviously has seen better days. Let's get a bit better focus here. Come on, focus, come on. There you go, that's better. So we've got this lady here who is one of the characters. We've got this sort of executioner sort of figure. Yeah. Then we've got this kind of merchant type figure, maybe a Saracen. And who else we got? We've got this lady here who, not 100% sure who she is without looking it up. Oh, it could be a... No, it is a lady. Yeah, it is a lady. And then is there another one? I think there is. Is it a kind of dwarvish? Yes, a kind of zombie dwarf sort of character. And I think that's all of them. And then you get duplicates of them. So what do we get? We get 1, 2, 3, 4 sets. So 16-ish characters. Well, 20 apparently. Not an essential purchase, but nice to have. And as you can see on the cover, you've got your lady, your executioner, your other lady, your kind of dwarf, and then your sort of Saracen-y type character. So yeah, nice little extra, not that fancy. Then you've got these guest boxes. So Paul Bonner, it's a really nice one. Mark Simonetti and Nayadi. Anyway, let's start off with this one. Okay, so the first character is this guy who looks quite cool on the cover. I'm not so keen on the mini. He's got his swirling chains with the arms on the end. I guess he's a sort of necromantic character. It's Ostakar, and he has something called Zombie Link, which is a rule. I'm going to have to look up what that exactly does. Then the next character that I'm also not so keen on is Milo, which is this sort of young man, very Walking Dead, I guess. And he seems to be a bit of a magic user. He's got the nice ability to hold a speed scroll in his armour slot. Then you've got Meryl, I think it is, who's obviously an elf. And she's got a little bit of magic about her, but she gets an extra die in combat, so bit of a warrior wizard. And then my favourite character of the lot is Thundergut, who's this dwarf character here with his broken horn and a little beer barrel and little double-handed hammer, and he may hold a hammer in his armour slot. So yeah, pretty cool. And I think he actually starts with a hammer as well, so that's excellent. So character cards, so you've got Thundergut, Merel, Milo and Ostakar. I believe they also come with some extra little bits and pieces that I've sleeved up just to mix things up, particularly for this guy to act as a sort of necromancer. So my least favourite figure in this set is a really nice figure. It's Anthea, I believe. So there you go. So there she is. She's a pretty decent figure. It's not bad, just not that fussed about her. We've then got Cadence, who's this sort of wolf cloak bow ranger type character. I do quite like her, or is it a he? I think it's a female. She's not bad. Not bad at all. But the two favourite characters from this set for me is Lady Grim with her Warhammer. She is a fantastic figure. Really like her. Another one that can start off with a hammer in her slot. And then, yeah, this guy, Redcap Rodney. He gets an axe in his slot if he likes, and he's a great figure as well. Really do like him. I think Lady Grim is slightly better, but he's a kind of standout figure at first glance. So yeah, very, very nice. Anyway, there you go. That's that box set. So got another one to show you now. Now this is the final box that I've currently got. I've got a few coming with the Green Horde expansion, but this one I really, really like. This is the Paul Bonner box, and this guy here is the worst in my opinion, and yet it's still absolutely amazing, and it's Misa. Really, really like that card and that figure. Lovely, lovely, lovely set. I guess my next favourite, I don't know, it's difficult. I'm going to go with Lord Bazak. Let's go with Lord Bazak. So Lord Bazak, he is this lovely sort of dwarf warrior character with his sword over his back. Really, really like him. Lovely, lovely figure. Then we've got Genevieve probably. This crossbow wielding maiden in her padded and metal armour. It's not a particularly dynamic pose, but it's a great, great figure. Really like all three of those. They are all fabulous. And then the slightly ridiculous Clom, who can have a axe in his hand. So he's a barbarian. And he is this massive figure that comes with its own little purple base. Now, that's a little bit disappointing that it looks like you're going to be stuck with just purple, but he's got a little pile of bones in his backpack. He's got this swinging mace thing going on, a great big blade there. Really, really nice figure. Another sort of centerpiece type figure, and rather amazingly massive for a hero. And if you compare him to a little slight lady, look at that. Magnificent. So yeah, this is my favourite of the guest boxes. I believe this one is still fairly easy to come by as well, so that's good news. The only one that I'm missing that I really wanted was the Deadeye Walkers. They are actually coming with Green Horde, so hopefully I should have everything. So that's all the boxes. Okay, so that was a nice short, sweet look at all the extras. The Dice Tower, not really needed, nice to have, but you're not really missing out if you don't have it. The Notorious Plagued characters, so the NPCs, yeah, again, a nice to have, you're not really missing out anything. I'm not so fussed about the special rules for them, but just using them as variant walkers. Great to have a little extra mix there, and it gives you, an extra 20 or so zombies. So if you didn't get the Kickstarter, it's a nice way of just topping up your zombie pool. The special characters, well, all three boxes are not really needed. I'm really keen on the Paul Bonner one and the Mark one to a certain degree, but definitely the Paul. It depends, if you're after more magic users or variety of characters. Again, if you missed out on the Kickstarter, maybe you want to buy these special guest boxes if you can find them, because it just gives you a few extra heroes so you don't get bored of playing the same 5 or 6 heroes over and over again. So yeah, a really nice set of stuff to have in your collection, but not really needed. I would suggest, ideally, if you got Zombicide Black Plague, you would have got the pledge level that I effectively got, which was the extra set to give you a few more heroes and a few more zombies. But really, just the base box that you can get at retail with maybe this NPC set and one of these special guest boxes will probably do you, to be honest. That's enough variety. And of course, if they do nice massive Darkness crossovers. You can take this stuff into Massive Darkness and Massive Darkness stuff into Zombicide Black Plague. And I'm hoping they make sure everything that's currently available for Massive Darkness does have the option to come into Black Plague, because I've got a feeling in some ways Black Plague is a better game, because it is what it is. I think Massive Darkness is Zombicide with a little bit of complexity, whereas Zombicide works quite well at the fairly basic level it's pitched at. So yes, really happy with all these. They're a nice little extra. I actually didn't really pay any money. I did a swap with a game I was selling for the guy's Zombicide Black Plague collection, so I think I had to hand over like a tenner in cash just to make up the difference. So a real win for me, getting rid of a game I was wanting to sell anyway, and getting hold of a game I was really keen to lay my hands on. And with all those 3D bits I showed you earlier as well, can do some really, really cool stuff with Zombicide. Anyway, there you go. That's probably it for Zombicide until my Green Horde pledge turns up. And at that point, hopefully, I would also have got Massive Darkness to the table and be able to continue my video series for that. So expect several videos regarding Cool Mini or Not products over the next few weeks and months. The Green Horde might turn up before Christmas, it might not. We'll have to see how everything pans out. Anyway, there you go. Hope you enjoyed it, and anyway, till the next video, happy gaming.